just know that human factors come to play here, and you need to mentally be ready to be the banker, to be the lender, to be the borrower. You are going to be the characters in the play. And so you have to be ready for that, because you're not just buying a policy. You're actually creating a business that is yours to maintain. We're not maintaining it. We're not holding your hand because we don't own your business. You do. We help you, but we don't track anything. We are not here to babysit. We're here to help. Hello, and welcome back to the podcast. Thank you very much for being here. Okay, today let's talk about being a terrible banker and what that means. And this is coming because I have had a lot of stuff, other agents have had a lot of stuff where clients are either canceling their policy, they're being talked into converting their policy to IUL or UL, or even just converting it to another company that sells whole life, which is absolutely asinine to me. I would never do that, like ever. So I don't know why other agents think that is okay so they can make some commission. We're going to talk about all of it though. And so you are here. You have found the infinite banking concept. You have read my books. You are listening to all the stuff, or maybe you're listening before you buy the book. Here is what happens. You guys read the book, you make your appointment, you're super excited to get started, you buy a policy, and then you lock the door to the bank and you do not open it again, and you stop listening to podcasts. You do not participate in anything. So this is when I have a client, they have access to me. If you are a client, you know this. I have told you this. You have 100% access to me. You don't wait 3 months to talk to me. If you want to talk to me, you email me. You can call. I'll call you back. Chances are you're not going to get through right away. But I will get back to you within 24 hours. It is rare that that does not happen. Sometimes I'm out of town, Okay, then you can call me whenever you want. We have coffee with MJ. Once a month, every other week in the winter. We're still trying to see what works the best there, but you have coffee with MJ. All of the coffee with MJ are recorded and in a folder for existing clients to listen to. There is a Facebook group that you can go into. It's not super active, I'm not going to lie. Not super duper active, but it could be if you needed it to be, right? If somebody posts in there, we answer the question. We have client summits. Every 3 years is kind of where we're sitting right now. So clients can go to client summits, get education, 2 days of education, not just on infinite banking, on all kinds of things. So there are books, right? There's my book, there's Nelson's book. You can reread them. Here is the biggest reason this is going to fail. Human factors. And guess what Nelson talks about in his book? Human factors. You have to participate in the banking process, because as soon as you buy a policy, you become the banker. Do you think that when somebody opens a business, they completely stop learning about how to run a business, about the regulations in their industry? No, I have to keep up on what is going on within the industry, right? I need to educate myself on IULs, ULs, VULs, whole life, different companies, how they're structuring their policies, all the things. I have to continually educate myself. If I want to make sure that I am giving you the best knowledge and accurate information, I have to continue to do that. What's happening is some of you are listening to the podcast, you're getting a policy, and you're like, oh, I'm done. So now another agent comes along and they're like, hey, you should have something that is going to pay a higher rate of return. And off you go, canceling this policy. You've lost money, you've lost the growth, you've lost a guaranteed product. This also is going to happen if they 1035 into another whole life policy, okay? Some people are saying, didn't use it the way I intended it to, so I'm just going to cancel it. Because you've never used it, you're going to cancel the policy? Why aren't you using it? Because you're not here. I'm not even worried about you people hearing this because you're not going to. You aren't listening to things that need to be listened to. You are driving somewhere at any given time. These are 20 minutes long on average. And so you should be able to spit these out in no time. And I talk pretty fast. You can even speed me up if you want. But now all of a sudden we're like, not using it the way I intended to. Or you bought your policy and you're not putting in the full amount of premium because you forgot what the minimum and the maximum is. And why did you forget? I don't know. We call you every single year unless you asked us not to call you. So I had a client recently who he's not paying his full premium. He's only paying the minimum. And I said, why aren't you putting more money into your PUAs? He's like, oh, I thought I was. I said, no, that's weird. We call you every year. So I checked with my assistant that does all the calling. And she said, he asked us not to ever call him. He'll call us if necessary. Right? And we ask you guys that because here, frankly, is the deal. I don't like to be annoyed with things like that. And so I don't want to be called. So we're going to ask you. If you are opting out of the system or we send text messages too that say, hey, we got coffee with MJ. Some people are opting out of that system. You have started your bank. You were excited about starting your bank. And now you literally locked the doors and said, not interested, closing that business down. Did all the work to capitalize the system. It's there. It's kind of working, but I'm going to shut her down because everything else in life takes precedence. And I get it. 100% I get it. Look at me. If you're watching, look at me. My exercising, right? And my 100% dedication to health is on the back burner because I got other stuff to do. So I 100% understand that not everybody is going to participate all the time. But here's the thing I'm asking. If you have read the book, if you have got the policy, or if you've not got a policy yet, you've not met with us, but you've read the book, don't buy a policy if you think you are not going to use it and you do not 100% understand how to use it, when to use it. And that's okay if you don't understand that. But if you're not going to call and ask the question, Mary Jo, how do I use it? Is it best to use it here? If you are not going to attend to things or rewatch videos to keep yourself educated, this may not be the best thing for you. Okay? I am not the agent over here saying everybody needs one of these. No, they don't. Because Nelson said it as well. The human factors are what will destroy this. Taking a loan, not paying back the interest. Okay, you don't have to pay back principal, but you need to pay interest every year or that thing is gonna lapse on you. Does not matter. Yeah, should be putting in your full premium every year. You should not be canceling a policy and moving it into something else with a rate of return. Because if we've gone down the avenue of rates of return, we have forgotten the whole point of what we're doing. And so I want you to really check your mindset here because that's going to be the biggest factor if this works or not. How are you allowing somebody to talk you into something else? Why are you not watching videos? Why are you not attending coffees with MJ, whatever? And I know I have a lot of colleagues out there that are doing the same thing for their clients. And we are all experiencing kind of the same issues. We have people that were so excited to get started, and then they just kind of dropped off. And so here's another example. I just said, right? I'm not the epitome of health over here. I could lose a couple pounds times, 50. But I am not going to a health coach or a fitness person. I'm not going to them and saying, hey, can you help me lose weight? And then I'm gung-ho for like a week. and then it drops off. Why am I not going to that person? Why am I not signing up for these things? Because I know my personality and I know that I'm not dedicated enough and ready to say, enough is enough, Mary Jo. Get your poop in a scoop, right? I know that I will irritate the bejesus out of that person because I'm over here not 100% ready, not 100% ready to give everything up. I am a, hey, let's gradually make changes kind of person. I'm not an all in or nothing kind of person on some things, okay? But I know enough of my personality. And so as much as I would love to say this is for everybody and you all should have a policy and it's the best thing you're going to do, that is 100% accurate. But it is not accurate for every single person. The people that need it the most are actually the worst bankers in all reality. The people that have the biggest, most successful business are the worst bankers because their life is so busy. They took enough time to read the book, most likely because at that point in their life, there was something that drove them there. Maybe they were having issues with the bank, okay? Maybe they were tired of debt because they couldn't make a payment one month or something. One tiny little thing drove them there. They read the book, they made their appointment, they got their policy. Life is fantastic now. All that stuff is behind us. We've moved forward. We don't have to worry about it. It is no longer a pain point. And so we just got this policy hanging out. You have to remember, and the reason these podcasts exist is so that I can continually educate you on what's right, what's wrong, what are the things to look out for, how is IBC working, all that kind of stuff. Those are the things I'm wanting to constantly educate you on. I can't do that if you're not participating. I'm talking to myself. That is great for me, but it's not great for everyone else. Ultimately, if we lose a client, like it just happens, right? It's not the end of the world. I look at it and go, well, you were talked into something else. You don't understand it. You didn't reach out. It's not like I'm not here. So I don't lose sleep over it by any stretch of the imagination, but I am seeing it happening. And so many of us agents are just over here trying to continue to teach. And people have arrived to some extent and think that they know everything, or they've forgotten what they learned. They've forgotten what those important questions are. And so they're not even asking them. They're just like, oh, hey, my friend is selling a universal life or indexed, and they say this is going to work. And we forgot that we need to look for the guaranteed side of the policy. We have forgotten why we bought it, and that it's going to take some time to capitalize the system and create the banking system. We have forgotten all that because we started it, we locked the doors, we walked away, we came back and we're like, that building's falling apart. Let's get rid of her. Put it up for sale before it's too late. So we're doing, my friends. So if you are a client listening to this, make sure that you call and you're setting up time to talk to me. Make sure you're hitting coffee with MJ. If you're not getting emails from us at least once a month with coffee with MJ, if you've decided you don't want to be contacted, then let us know so that we can make sure you're getting those emails. Maybe they're going to spam. Check your spam. It's not like we send out a lot of emails, but when we do, it's important stuff. Just know that human factors come to play here, and you need to mentally be ready to be the banker, to be the lender, to be the borrower. You are going to be the characters in the play. And so you have to be ready for that, because you're not just buying a policy. You're actually creating a business that is yours to maintain. We're not maintaining it. We're not holding your hand because we don't own your business. You do. Okay? We help you, but we don't track anything. We are not here to babysit. We're here to help. All right. Let me know if you have comments, questions, concerns. If you haven't gotten the book, get the book, read it, schedule your appointment, and then we can go over how everything works and what that looks like and all that good stuff. All right, you guys, you have a fantastic rest of your day.